what's the important one to get this one going in a positive direction?
It's a great question, and now for us it's very important to those 2 wins that we had, that we can learn from those, that we can see all the positives that we had in a game, and then continue to build on that. And the perfect time to do that is going on the road and being exposed to opponent fans and a different kind of environment, and try to continue to build on that.
Where do you see the whole Scotty and Pascal sort of figuring that chemistry out between 2 guys who do a lot of the same things? How is that working right now for you? Where is it headed, and where is it now?
I think, especially in that game against Indiana, we put those 2 in more actions. It was kind of like out of the necessity because Precious did not play that game. And we learned a lot that those 2 guys actually in pick and roll actions, VHO actions, that they can be very effective. And both of them, they were looking for opportunities for themselves and for the team, being aggressive. I think there was a lot to build on that. And today we paired up those 2 guys for workouts as well, so they can work more on that chemistry. So I think when you have 2 players of that size, similar characteristics, they can really complement each other, and they're doing a great job with that.
Are Pascal's, his assist numbers are up quite a bit the last little while. Is that purposely because of this, like finding that sort of that camaraderie or that chemistry?
He's really trying to play the right way, you know. He's not forcing it. He's such a good offensive player. Like a lot of times, we don't choose what other teams will do,
sure,
and they choose to put 2 on him. So when they do that, his job is to find open teammates, and he's doing a great job with that.
You mentioned getting them in more actions together. Is the reason that maybe didn't happen more, like they're so similar that teams would switch?
Correct, but like they're similar, but at the same time they're different, you know. I think Scotty is stronger, and he's more dynamic of a roller. You know, Pascal is looking more for opportunities to post up and take the advantage there. You know, so but it's interesting seeing how this chemistry is continuing to develop, and just hearing those 2 guys. You know, when I do this, you can do that. You know, learning each other in those situations as well.
But it's maybe less of a mismatch opportunity.
Correct.
And more of just.
Correct. Just pure basketball, not chasing mismatches and opportunities there. Yep.
Looking at some of your numbers the past 10 games or so, like one that's really jumped up is defensive rebounding. And has that contributed to your offense? Has that contributed to your pace improvements in those areas?
For sure. Like as much as making layups and then turning the ball over is helping your transition defense, you know, defensive rebounding is helping your offense. You're not allowing a lot of times giving up offensive rebound and opponent team is scoring on those possessions just takes energy away from the team, you know. So, and our guys did really good job, as you said, last 10 games, and especially guards really taking a lot of pride of boxing out their guys, and even like rotational box outs, we're doing much better job with that, and that's allowing us to have more possessions in a game.
What are you seeing from Precious right now, and what's his next step in terms of development?
He's finding his way. He's finding his groove with the team. The most important thing is now having consistency. You know, playing, finding the rhythm. I want him to be aggressive. I want him to be aggressive every time when he catches the ball, to attack, to drive, to connect with his teammates. He's doing a really good job of playing unselfish basketball and finding his teammates, but also I think there is a lot of potential there for his drives and also spot-up shooting.
Cleveland obviously is defensively one of the last couple of years have been one of the better teams in the league. They have a couple of mobile bigs. How does that kind of affect how you might approach?
And we gotta look for our opportunities against them. They do have a size, but if we do a good job of attacking the paint and moving them and making them defend multiple actions, then it's not gonna be easy on them to guard us. And that's our best basketball. When we do that, doesn't matter who the opponent is. That's it. That's when we're at our best.
Coach, why were you not aware of the tournament situation last night?
Excuse me?
Why were you not aware of, you're standing in the tournament last night?
Why?
Yeah.
I was not aware of it. I was aware I was getting ready for my game, and I did not worry what's going on in the other game.
shouldn't you know the situation your team's in at any given moment in a tournament?
They wanted to win the game, and I did not know what was going on. Maybe that was my fault. I did not know what was going on in the other game. I was so focused on that. I did not know. I did not know.
How can that be?
Because I was focused on my team. I was focused on what's going on and going into the game, winning the game. I did not really worry about what's going on with the other game. Why do you worry about that?
No, just wouldn't it affect your deployment if you're worried about point differential or not?
We wanted to play the game to the end. We wanted to play by the rules in in-season tournament, and we respected those rules in season tournament. Every possession matters.
We're just talking to Darko about just you and Scotty and how you're sort of finding each other's space on the floor together and working it all out. And he said he thought the Indy game was a big one. Was that big for you in terms of that figuring that out, those lanes and those and that spacing?
Yeah, I think again we all getting better, continue to get better, figure it out. Like I don't know, I think for me, I feel like I said the same thing, but as every game goes, just figure it out, trying to find spacing. Obviously for me, Scotty, but for all of us, figuring out what we like to do best and kind of giving each other space in that regard and outlets. So yeah, we got to continue to work on that.
Have you had to do that before in your career? Like figure out with a specific guy?
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's always been like you got to figure out, like each other in the team, like, and again, like, just we're gonna all continue to grow. Like Scotty got to grow, I got to grow, like just into like figuring out what we want to do in offense and even defensively, how to help each other.
You've had multiple games now recently where the team assist totals have been really high, but like you'll have 7 or 8 guys with 2 assists, 3 assists, 4 assists, then yourself might have 7 or 8, that kind of thing. Are you kind of noticing that on the floor that everyone is kind of looking out for each other, maybe?
I think, like I said, it's like the way we play. It's like like it's moving the ball and just sometimes advanced passes. Like all the assists comes from like really different ways. It's not just like, oh, we're passing the ball. It's like like playing fast and like advancing the ball. Somebody take one dribble and get to the rim. That's an assist. Like or from the elbow with Jakob, like making plays and passing up to guys. Like there's just different ways to have an opportunity to have assists. And I think that our cutting game got to continue to increase and get better. And I think the assist is going to go even like more once we start cutting even more than what we're doing right now.
One thing I've noticed in the last 10 games or so, the defensive rebounding numbers are way up, even in the league average is way up.
Yeah.
And how is that carrying into your offense?
No, it helps because obviously like you give other teams like second chance opportunities. Like obviously like the percentage on scoring on those are high. So I think once we secure the rebound, we'll give ourselves. We know how we are in transition as a team. Like we have athletes and we can be one of the best in the league at doing that, so we got to secure the rebound for that. And I think the guys responded, like, it was pretty bad in the beginning, but we're getting better.
What was the message in terms of getting guys to play?
It's just like we got there's some games there, there's a couple of 2-3 possessions in a row where we can't get a rebound, but I think that like just guys are more conscious of it, and I think just putting emphasis on it and being more conscious of it and like just making the effort.
What did you make of DeMar being upset with you shooting that shot?
I get it, I understand it, but I didn't even know. I was trying to dribble the ball out, but obviously we know the tournament, like, so it's like, I understand how him in the moment can be mad, but, it is what it is. I didn't know either until, I was kind of like told to shoot, and it's like, all those points matter, I thought, So, I think DeMar will be okay. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like I get why he would be mad, but yeah, I also get the other side of it.
But did you weren't aware that you were eliminated from the tournament?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know. I just, again, I didn't even know I had to shoot the ball until like everyone was like, "Oh, shoot the ball." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So, I'm gonna trust my coaches and my teammates, like anytime. So I just do whatever we want to do as a team. Yeah.
But who was the coach who was telling you to shoot?
Is it an interrogation?
No,
I feel like
curious.
the fans, bro. I don't know. A lot of people were. I don't know, bro. I just heard shoot the ball, so I shot it. I don't know who did.
Okay.
Damn, you trying to get me to snitch or something?
I'm just curious. Your coach didn't know you were eliminated from the tournament. I'm surprised by that.
For me, it's like, again, I thought all this game matters, so that's what I thought. I mean, that's all it is. If it didn't feel like that, it felt like you was like really pushing something. What you want me to say? Tell me what you want me to say. I'll say it.
No, I want you to say whatever you think. It doesn't matter to me.
It sounds like it does.
You remember DeMar and PJ going at Lance?
Yeah, I remember that. Those was funny. That's what I'm saying. I've seen this stuff. So, like I said, I can get why DeMar would be upset, you know, like, but at the same time, I also see like the other side of it. Like, again, all this is new for everyone. So like everybody's thinking, oh, okay, we're trying to do the right thing. So I don't think anybody was like thinking like, oh, we're gonna score one more point on the Chicago Bulls, like just to make it, you know, like none of us are like that. I don't think anybody's like that. And I think if anything happened and people got upset, like it was it was good intention. It wasn't like on some malicious like. No. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think it's just again.
But your thing was you thought it could be point differential. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
That's what I said. I've been saying that.
That's right. Yeah. I just want to clarify. That makes sense.